I love me some new tech. Be it the latest gadget, a new smartphone, or a must-have update to my computer's operating system, I'll admit that I like living in a world where things are connected together via the Internet of Things, and I like being on or near the bleeding cutting edge of technology. It's something that I have in common with other early adopters, people who understand the technology, can see how it works, and understand what the benefits and caveats of using a particular piece of technology are. Of course, we're also just the sort of people who are likely to be early adopters of electric cars, which is perhaps the reason why most electric cars today come with a plethora of onboard technology. Technology to help you keep track of the car's state of charge, precondition the cabin, and in the case of cars made by Tesla, activate some form of autonomous driving. But based on the comments that I've been seeing lately on this channel, and based on the experience and conversation that I've been having with electric car owners in the real world, it seems that not everyone wants a car that can interact with your smart home and activate your central heating when you're on the way home. Not everyone wants a car that can notify you when it's running low on charge. And not everyone who buys an electric car with these features is interested in using them. Which leads me to ask a very simple question. Are we making electric cars too complicated? Do high-tech electric car dashboards and all singing, all dancing advanced driver assistance systems put car buyers off going electric? Of course, there are many different responses to this question, all of which are likely influenced by personal tastes and experiences. And because they're influenced by those personal tastes, it's almost impossible to say categorically that automakers are making cars either too complicated or not complicated enough. But what I can say, and what it appears some automakers are missing, is that there are significant numbers of existing or would-be plug-in owners that would prefer an electric car with a lot less bells and whistles, a car which would hopefully cost a lot less than higher tech models and as a consequence attract buyers which it wouldn't otherwise attract. And it's not just electric cars either. As cars get more and more complex across the board, I'm hearing more and more from owners who find in-car technology overwhelming, especially if all they want to do is change the climate control temperature or find out how the car's heated seats operate. For many customers, it's more important that their car is reliable and gets them from A to B, or that it has an easy-to-use radio. Far more important than it is that their car can park itself or sends them a text message when the weather outside is going to be below freezing the next day. For those type of customers, it may be more important that the car has a familiar analog-style speedometer that's easy to read than one with a full-colour 8-inch TFT display behind the steering wheel that can be customised 20 different ways. Or for that matter, that the parking brake is a familiar mechanical one rather than activated by an electronic switch located somewhere mysteriously on the centre console or fascia. I should point out here too, it's not always because customers necessarily want to have a car that's free of modern technology, but rather that they want a car that's familiar. They want a familiar experience. They don't want to have to relearn how a car works or how to drive one just to make the switch from an internal combustion engine to an electric drivetrain. Yet the majority of automakers have chosen to focus heavily on new tech in their electric cars, creating an interior that's welcoming to gadget-savvy buyers who want to plug their smartphone into their car and stream their Spotify collection through the car's stereo, but a technical overload for those who just want to get behind the wheel and drive. Of course, one countermeasure to feeling overwhelmed in a car that's tech-filled is to turn off the parts that are distracting, such as the centre touchscreen display, or just ignore them completely. But there's a far better solution that should cost automakers less and appeal to more customers, offer different trim levels of the same car. A good example of this is the Nissan LEAF S, which does away with a lot of the higher-end features of the Nissan LEAF, such as the centre touchscreen display and the telematics system, in exchange for a more affordable vehicle that's a lot more friendly for those who aren't into the latest gadgets and tech. Even with the Nissan LEAF S, however, the dashboard and layout of the car is still too futuristic for many, which leads me to another suggestion for automakers. Make electric car dashboards look like regular car dashboards. By all means, offer a state-of-the-art dashboard system, but also give it the equivalent of the Apple Watch analog face. Make it look classic for those who just want to know how fast they're going and how full the tank is. Automakers who've managed this very well are Volkswagen and Ford, whose electric car dashboards look so similar to their gasoline counterparts that you might struggle to tell them apart at first glance. And that, I think, would take away some of the techno shock that happens when regular car buyers get in some other electric cars. The problem? Neither Volkswagen or Ford have really pushed their electric cars hard yet, so it's impossible to say if car buyers prefer their more conventional dashboards over a Tesla, a Chevy, or a Nissan high-tech affair. That's it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to hear the moment a new show is uploaded, and click the Patreon link at the end of this video or in the description below if you want to help me make more of these videos. Until next time, keep evolving!